Hey, ¿qué pasa, chavales? ¿Qué tal? Esta vez sí, Pinky Promise. La última vez que vemos esta pantalla, ¿sí? A Realm Reborn. Nos lo pasamos y ya. Que no me queda nada. No me queda nada. 4 misioncillas. Vamos a meternos todas las cinemáticas por el culo. Y me va a encantar. Qué ganitas tengo. He oído que encima están bastante chulas las cinemáticas. Y que hay alguna que otra bastante larga también. Así que, a ver. Y tengo que tener cuidado que no me dé un ataque de TOC. Hostia, ya me sale pantalla de carga de Isgard. Wow. ¿Será porque estoy en coerzas? Mira, esto me está dando TOC ya. ¿Ves? Esta que puedo entregar, me cago en todo. Es que la voy a ir a entregar. Lo siento, gente. Es por la zona, sí. Jaja. Vale, vale, vale. Claro. Cada zona tendrá su pantallita de carga. Venga, voy a entregar esto. Que así juego sin TOC. Y me parece que... Ah, no. Antes he llegado al level cap. No, al level cap no, al cap de esto. Incluso he perdido un par de miles. Pero no puedo subir de rango ahora porque tengo que hacer el hunting log, me parece. ¿Os imagináis que me pongo a hacer esto en lugar de pasarme el puto juego ya? La verdad, quiero. Aquí no era. Aquí no era. Aquí era. To qualify for next promotion, you must complete a trial as well as complete rank 2 in the Grand Company objectives of your hunting log. Dale, que te den, cabrón. Hunting log. Buah, me queda todo. Esto lo puedo hacer con el mago en realidad, ¿no? Ay, pero no da experiencia. No, no. Esto da experiencia. Esto nada más que da tickets. No eres capaz, de verdad. No, no, no. Venga, misión. Pumba. Qué limpito tengo esto ya. Me paso a Realm Reborn. Luego sí que no me empiezo Heavensward hasta que no me haya quitado esto. Esta, por lo que he oído, va a durar. Pero estos 3 dungeons me los hago. Y esto... No sé. Un día que juegue borracho, así me río. La quest está graciosa. Uy, 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 qué ganas tengo. Va a volver a haber créditos. While others look forward to the impending royal banquet, Minfilia cannot help but look to the past. Mal, Minfilia. Mirar hacia adelante. Though recent events weigh heavily on our minds, we must needs set them aside for now. We are come to a defending moment in Eorzean history. The grand commemoration of our joint defense of Ishgard, the first time in 15 long years that our people have stood side by side with our neighbors. To the north, to fight in common cause. This may mark the true rebirth of Eorzean alliance, failing that it should at the very least serve to bring our nations closer together. We have every reason to raise our voices in celebration, do we not? We have bested Ravanians and Asians both. Against the desperate odds, we have fought and won. But the primals still plague us, and the Empire still plots our subjugation, And our triumph, remarkable though they are, were bought at a terrible price. Esta me parece que me la voy a ir saltando un poco porque oír a la rubia esta lamentarse, tío. I would sooner stay here and invite those. Te toca ver lo más duro de la expansión, el final. Pero, ¿cómo que lo más duro? ¿Lo más duro en qué sentido? ¿En plan tostón? ¿O en plan guay? Lo veré, vale. Alas, emocionalmente, nice, vale. Alas, it is a royal banquet and all of our allies will be in attendance. It is our duty to present a united front that we might serve as a beacon of home to all. Ajá, dice mi personaje. It seems I have no choice but to take my own advice. I instructed the others to meet us in Alda, that we might make a grand entrance together. Unfortunately, I had to settle for leaving Tataru and Lakshmi in a note. If they do not return quickly, they will have to settle for whatever leftovers I can... Va a morir Tataru, no me jodas. Va a resultar que mi filia es una Asian. Off to the big soiree, Marcy. Raise a glass for me, huh? Or not. You don't look best pleased, lad. Something in your mind? Este tiene parche. Es malo, seguro. By the navigator Wilfred's dead. God damn it. They must know they've been rumbled. Okay? I mean, sodded. It is past time we had this talk. After our last conversation, I got to think about where certain funds were coming from. So I had to dig around on the quiet, like... sure enough, I found it. ¿De dónde sale el dinero? Seems a fair bit of coin made its way into the Braves' coffers courtesy of a Dodo Consortium. A daft name for a business if ever I heard one, which is what first gave me an inkling that something weren't right. So I went through the ledgers again and found another half dozen donations from organizations with stupid bloody names. Didn't take long to find the common thread. All were owned by the Mirage Trust. Oh, I'll give the bastard credit. He showed us up for the amateurs we are. Short of calling one of his businesses the Bloody Bribery Consortium, I don't know what more he could have done to mock our rules on financial contributions. No entiendo. The gods only know how many men of the first and third are taking Taleji's coin, but now we know as some of them are. I'd wager me right eye they're the ones... What? Ah, vale, Taleji está pagando a gran parte de nuestros soldados. The earnest young fool had taken to asking the wrong kind of questions. Still, I don't see what Taleji hopes to accomplish. No, he's cleverer than this, so we need to be clever too. That's the only way we'll ever repay this debt of blood. And Marcy, mind yourself when you're in Ulda, yeah? We're heading into a storm. I can smell it. Uh-oh. Foreshadowing. Ok. Toca ir pa' Ulda, ¿no? Ojo que puede que empiecen ahora las cinemáticas, ¿eh? Voy a por un cojín. Que me he pegado unas horazas de stream entre ayer y hoy. Que tengo la espalda. Que necesito más respaldo. Venga, a ver, ¿qué va a pasar? Complete. A hero must go wherever he is needed, and according to Minfilia, you are needed elsewhere. We will go on ahead, Marcy. Pray join us once matters at the quicksand are resolved. Give my regards to Momodi and let her know that I will call upon her Anon. ¿Anon? ¿Eso es un ano grande? No he entendido. ¿A dónde me mandan? It would seem that a matter at the quicksand requires your immediate attention. Minfilia asks that you make your way to the steps of Nald and speak with Momodi before joining her and the other Science. Algo va a pasar mientras no estoy, ¿eh? Por eso me mandan aquí al lado. Taking the Red. ¿Esto es la misión para el Red Mage? Me parece que sí. Quiero ir caminando para la inmersión. Pero de hecho, vamos a rolear a full. No, tanto no, a ver. A ver. ¿A dónde me necesitan? Ahí. ¿Por qué? ¿Qué está pachando? Parece estar todo guay por aquí. I appreciate you dropping in such a short notice, Marcy. I know you've got places to be, so I won't waste your time. You're friends with a crystal brave by the name of Alien, aren't you? Former adventurer. Come to think of it, I'm pretty sure you recruited her yourself. Well, anyway, she came round for a meal not long ago, and before she left, she asked me to give you a message. Said if the others ended up dragging you to the feast, I was to see you got it before you made your grand entrance. Meet me at the station west of the Coffer and Coffin. There's something I must show you. A short message, I'll grant you, but she thought long and hard before picking those words. Barely touched her food, too. Under other circumstances, I would have thought those signs of troubled heart, but something tells me she ain't planning to confess her undying love. Vale, me mandan a otro lado ahora. Venga, vamos para allá. ¿Qué tiene que decirme la chavala? ¿Aquí? ¿Qué hay aquí? ¿Qué es esto? As you stand upon the platform, your thoughts begin to wander, and all too soon the ghosts of comrades lost and enemies slain begin to file by your mind's eye in solemn procession. Clearing your head, you scan the horizon, but see no sign of Alien. Continue waiting for Alien. What the fuck? Straining your ears to listen, your heart, the chatter of Kikridin and the buzzing of surfeit, but no approaching footfall. Sighing, you bow your head, only to notice the vial lying at your feet. A ver, esto es lo que había visto. Morrissey, is that you? What brings you out this way? Lieutenant Alien? Why, no, I haven't seen her about. Had she come this way, I guarantee we would have crossed paths, but I must have passed this spot a dozen times. We're patrolling cities, haha. You should be with the other honored guest, enjoying your well-deserved respite. Vale. Me han mandado aquí para distraerme, fijo. Se está implicado. Se trabaja para Leggy.
O Sultan Tree, hallowed spirit of my line. Through my weakness, the glorious house of Ul has all but disappeared beneath the sands. For want of the strength to raise it up again, it were better that it fall. Forgive me, but I know not what else to do.
¿Qué le pasa a la pobre chavala? Ella también está ploteando algo. ¿Qué preguntó? ¿Aquí? Voy corriendo, algo está pasando. La pregunta es ¿qué? Clouded vial. This tiny glass container appears to have been used before, but to contain what? Pray tell. Cuéntamelo tú, Momodi. So she wasn't there, but this was, eh? Let's see. Looks to me like an alchemist vial. But beyond that, I can't say. Might be best if you hold on to it for safekeeping, though. Any road, no use worrying about Eliane. I am sure she'll turn up before too long, and when she does, we'll soon find out what this was all in aid of. Besides, you've got more important things to think about. Vale. Vamos a empezar la penúltima misión ahora, ¿no? The Parting Glass. The parting glass. The parting glass. Que sería la penúltima, así es. Would you believe that while you were away, another message arrived for you? Well, one did. One delivered by the Sultana's handmaiden, no less. Seems Her Grace desires a private audience. Her handmaiden will meet you on the royal promenade and escort you to the Sultana's chambers. Vale. La handmaiden esa, la mano derecha de la sultana, no me inspira nada de confianza.
You needn't trouble yourself so. Your Grace is most kind, but it is no trouble to me, rather an honor. If your Grace is ready, I shall summon the Warrior of Light. I am.
¿Ese soy yo, el Warrior of Light?
Everyone looks to be in high spirits.
With good cause.
A common victory may serve to unite even the most unlikely of allies. You've brought us one step closer to a united Eorzea.
Voy a subirle al juego.
Your modesty knows no bounds, antecedent.
Voy a subir aún más.
Were it not for your efforts, Sir Emmerich would never have become such a steadfast ally. When he convinces his countrymen to rejoin the Alliance, we shall all reap the benefits, military and economic. I tell you, we are on the cusp of a new era of unity and prosperity. Territorial disputes are all that divide us now. But I have faith that we will find an amicable solution in time. And failing that, I'll have my trusty Warrior of Light box the ears of all concerned.
He will be joining us shortly. A matter at the quicksand required his attention, but it did not sound serious.
Me están distrayendo para que no esté ahí. La pregunta es ¿por qué? Estoy bastante tenso, ¿eh? Vale. Que me vean llegar caminando. Estoy. Thank you for coming, sir. Her Grace is most eager to speak with you. If you require a moment to compose yourself before your audience, you may have it. Or, if you are ready, it would be my honor to escort you to Her Grace's chambers. Upon proceeding to the Sultana's bedchamber, several cutscenes will play in sequence. It is recommended that you set aside sufficient time to view these scenes in their entirety. Estamos ready. Yes.
Enter. Your Grace, your guest has arrived. Pray, come in and take your ease.
Tis well that the steps of faith held against the Horde.
And what of the city proper?
We sustained some few losses, but the heart of our nation yet beats with vigor. I am not certain I could say the same had we not received your most generous aid.
An attack on Ishgard is an attack on the realm. We stand together or fall divided.
Such noble words after the fact.
I had hoped to speak in the presence of Her Grace, but it seems she has been delayed. That being the case, now would seem as good a time as any. Honored friends, pray allow me to convey Ishgard's warmest gratitude for your part in the defense of our lands. Tis upon the success of this very alliance that my recommendation to throw open the gates of judgment shall be founded. With the blessed...
Ay, perdón. Ole, ole, ole.
Very well.
Is aught amiss?
Nothing to worry about. I shall return anon.
Va a morir todo el mundo menos él.
You wished a word, Yu Hase?
You may go. Your Grace. You must be curious as to the reason for this private audience. The matter I would discuss, however, will soon make apparent the need for discretion.
Me va a contar un secreto.
intend to abdicate the throne and dissolve the monarchy.
¿Por qué?
You have seen for yourself the storm of turmoil that howls through our streets. The government fails in its responsibilities, and my subjects suffer the consequences of our incompetence. But I will see them suffer no longer. The victory feast shall provide the stage on which I declare the dissolution of the Sultanate. 'Tis mine intent that the ruling class of our golden city should take its place beside the common man in a fair and equitable republic. No more shall this nation bow to the whims of a privileged few.
República.
Yet, that which I propose will entail the tearing up of this city's very foundations. And even Roban, with all his strength and influence, will be hard-pressed to keep his footing on such treacherous ground. Thus would I ask you to lend him a steadying hand. You who have endured the wrath of innumerable foes are the one hero in whom I can place my trust. I am truly grateful. Much of my dread for the coming days has been quieted.
Ah. Uf, se viene, indeed.
Your Grace!
Puto Telechi.
Her Grace, the Sultana, is dead.
Putos Larafels.
Poison in her wine? You did this!
Sí, hombre.
Spare us your denials! I see no other suspects, and the room has but the one entrance. I hereby accuse you of regicide. Men, arrest this viper.
Cago en todo, tío. Joder.
Sir, barring a few exceptions, we have detained all those with allegiance to the Scions. The Rising Stones is also under our control.
Hostia. Otro Olafel.
And what do you hope to achieve with this mutiny?
Why, that which we have striven for all along, Commander. The salvation of Eorzea.
is the meaning of this?
Knights from the homeland. This cannot bode well.
Lord Commander, we have received an urgent message from the Holy See. I am grieved to report that your serpentine foes have resumed their assault. Needless to say, your presence is urgently required. These knights have come to bear you swiftly home to Ishgard.
A surprise attack?
We've had no such word from our men, and the timing is most fortuitous to catch us away from the city.
Most fortuitous indeed.
Indeed.
Lord Commander, we must away.
You have been a most gracious host. I hope that I might one day return the favor. Come, Lucia.
No, la sultana, tío.
Whatever is going on in there?
Tancred, ¿tú qué haces ligando?
Ah, the ever-dutiful brass blades. I must apologize, but my dance card is rather full. Another time, perhaps?
Thancred, of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. You stand accused of committing acts of espionage in service to the Garlean Empire.
Espionage? What in the seven hells are you talking about? Ah, if you're referring to that business with the Ultima weapon, then you must understand, I wasn't myself.
Under interrogation, an Imperial prisoner revealed your involvement in numerous dealings with the enemy. We've also been investigating reports that you are a practitioner of forbidden arts. You'd best come along with us.
You invite me to your party and now you want me to leave? I do so detest receiving mixed signals. Come then. I believe I've lost my appetite for this farce of a celebration.
Un poquito cutre todos los cortes, ¿eh? No saben... ¿Cómo se llama? ¿Inscenar? No. Eso no es una palabra española. La puesta en escena. Un poquito me.
You go too far, Lord Adeleji. By what right do you march armed soldiers into a royal banquet and eject state visitors without her grace's consent? You treat the brass blades as your personal army and show contempt for the throne with your every act.
Is that an order, General? Mayhap you have mistaken me for one of your flames. You will find I am not so slavishly obedient. As you lecture me on personal armies. As for your outrageous claim that I have shown contempt for the throne, let all here observe that it was not I who feasted while an assassin removed its occupant. I expect this is your idea of defending the nation, is it? This and diluting our forces through these distractions in Cartano and Kurthis. I do begin to see how the ranks of the Immortal Flames came to be riddled with Garlean sympathizers. You are plainly unfit for command.
Wait, goddamn you. Your words make no sense. What assassin?
You mean to say you don't know? We caught the vaunted champion of the Scions in her Grace's private chambers, not moments after the deed was done.
No! No, this cannot be!
Save your breath. You will need it to plead your case. You and your entire order are to be tried for this atrocity. Bring in the prisoner!
Me. Sería guay que estuviese sin
This
casco.
man stands accused of poisoning Her Royal Majesty Nanamo Ul Namo, and is suspected accessories to the crime. All members of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn will be detained for questioning.
This is madness!
I agree.
What a pity. Who'd have thought your tale would end like this?
Should you demand further proof, a vial with traces of the substance used to poison Her Grace was found upon the assassin's person.
Cabrones.
How very convenient.
You would speak of convenience? Who persuaded Her Grace to host this celebration? A diversion which presented you and your confederates ample opportunity to commit the crime, and a crowd within which to fade from view. A more convenient occasion I could scarcely imagine.
How dare you! After all we have done for Uldar!
Hold your tongue, witch! I'll not be ensorcelled! I know all about the dark gift that you and your disciples wield. Oh, yes. I've observed how you worked upon the minds of the Alliance leaders, bending them to your will. And what of your cordial relationship with Sir Emmerich? For years, Ishgard abjured all contact with the outside world, and now the Lord Commander of the Temple Knights treats you with the familiarity of a childhood friend. I'll tell you what I think. I think this desperate defense of Ishgard was but a ruse to deceive us into dividing our forces. Your next move will be to charm your Kurthan allies into invading our lands. Now that is truly ridiculous.
Sí.
How do you even think of this stuff?
She cannot be dead. Stand aside, Ilbert. I want to see the Sultana.
Spare yourself the pain, brother. I saw her with my own eyes. For a mercy, the poison took her swiftly. Her handmaiden can attest to that.
This cannot be. Nanamo. No!
Plainly, the Royalists can no longer be relied upon to keep our nation safe. And so it falls to the monitorists of the Syndicate to govern Uldar. But should you wish to help us, General, we would be more than happy to entrust the task of planning Her Grace's funeral to you. It seems only right that you should bury your precious Sultana, and we will be glad to be rid of that burden.
Qué cabrón.
I'll bet you will. You more than any man.
Whatever do you mean?
I mean you had her killed, you black-hearted bastard!
Bien dicho.
What rot! Though I did have sufficient motive, 'tis true. That young lady caused me no end of grief. She always was a most unwilling puppet. I dare say her grace was grateful that someone thought to cut her strings.
You would mock her, then mock her from hell!
Se lo has cargado. No jodas. Nice. Dios mío.
Have you lost your mind, General? It is forbidden to draw steel in the royal chambers, much less slaughter our fellow syndicate members.
Sí, Lororito, tú también eres un cabrón.
You're one of them. You've been in league with the Scions all along.
You're next to scheming.
Sí.
bastard.
What? Le ha cortado el brazo.
Oh, Raban!
7 hells!
Admiral,
colega.
we must leave.
Ah!
How unlike you, old friend. I did not expect to take your arm so easily.
Take the Scions into custody. They have conspired to commit regicide.
Regicide.
And arrest this traitor as well.
Ilbert, I hope you choke on their coin.
'Tis better than the dirt I've supped on these long years. We can't all abandon Alamigo and become great war heroes as you have. You are not the man you once were, Raban. Since that girl strapped the yoke around your neck, you've become docile.
Acabo de dar cuenta de que este juego no tiene sangre. Locura. 150 horas de juego.
Cut off his balls, and a bull that cannot rot is fit for naught but slaughter. Shall I tell you who really killed your precious Sultana?
Who did?
It was me.
The fuck? Ilbert. Cabrón.
You die!
Wow. Wow. Por fin una cinemática tremenda.
I never doubted you, not for a moment. But there is more to this than I yet understand. flee this place. Clear your names. Find out who is behind this plot. It is the only way. Now go!
Let's go. Ow.
Ah, there you are.
Thancred.
Thancred! Where have you been?
Estaba ligándose una gatita.
Avoiding the fumbling advances of some very persistent admirers. When I realized the celebrations had turned sour, it seemed prudent to slip away and take stock of the situation. 'Twould appear that much of the city is already under tight guard. It occurs to me that expanding the Brass Blade's authority may not have been such a wonderful idea after all.
The success of this plan was contingent upon those thugs having the run of the place. Just how long has this scheme been in motion?
Pero ¿será que Thancred al final sí que es un espía? Esa escena de antes en la que le culpaban por la puta cara. Y se los habrá cargado, seguro.
The careful preparations, the maneuvering of forces. I am inclined to agree with the General's insistence that a deeper plot exists here.
So, would I be right in thinking we now have an excuse to pummel as many brass blades as we like?
Unless you plan on pummeling them all, I'm not sure that will greatly aid our cause.
The Sultana's assassination was but one part of the scheme. We too were its targets. And though we did not share Ponanimo's fate, we are yet hobbled by the charges laid at our door. Where now might we seek refuge?
Where indeed, we may safely assume that our foe is thought to have the Rising Stones watched.
Forgive me for stating the obvious, but our choice of destination will matter little if we cannot secure an escape route out of Ul'dah. Happily, I believe I can provide one. Papashan once told me about the passages hidden in the walls of the palace. If I recall correctly, the fireplace in Animo's chambers conceals the entrance to a tunnel. It should lead outside the city and allow us to avoid any messy confrontations.
Pues dale.
The rest of you go on ahead. I'll handle this lot.
Wow.
By yourself? I suppose I shall just have to join you.
Crystal Braves too, huh? Now this should be interesting.
Ida! Papalimo!
Venga, va, huid.
We will hold our pursuers here. Hurry, now! Find this tunnel of Thancred's.
Minfilia, we cannot link...
Venga, va. Esta tía. Wow.
Now look what you've done.
Y ahora puede ver.
Ida, are you all right? There are just too many of them.
I'm fine. I could do this all day. How about you?
Nearing the end of my tether.
Venga, va, dejaos atrapar.
This is so stupid. We're the scions of the Seventh Dawn. The ones who stand between this realm and the evil that's trying to destroy it.
And if you think we'll leave the stewardship of Eorzea to the likes of your masters, then you're sorely mistaken.
Sorry I dragged you into this, Papalymo.
'Tis hardly the first time, and I'll be damned if it will be the last.
Wow.
Let them have it, Ida.
Reviéntalos.
I was hoping you'd say that.
¿Qué es esta locura? ¿Se han sacrificado? Tenía un poquito de pinta, pero no ha quedado muy claro.
I never knew such a watercourse existed beneath Uldar.
The architecture is of the Sylvine style, if I'm not mistaken. The ancients plainly foresaw the need for a ready means of escape.
This way!
Well, that didn't take long. It seems these tunnels were not as secret as I'd hoped.
You two go on ahead. Thancred and I will deal with this.
Hostia, nos separamos aún más.
What do you mean to do?
¿Y al final dónde está?
Only that which is required to ensure that the dawn's light survive to brighten the morrow.
Fear not, antecedent. You haven't seen the last of these fair features.
My friends.
Leave us!
Ciao.
What is the plan, milady? Shall I take the dozen on the left and you the dozen on the right? The odds are not exactly stacked in our favor.
Numbers will count for little when I bring the tunnel down upon their heads. Though I cannot say I relish the thought of being in tune with you for all eternity.
You wound me. I will have you know that many a maid would kill for the chance to spend forever at my side. Now, may I have the last dance?
Go ahead. Esto es malo. Tancred va a ser malo. Oh no.
Well, this is going splendidly. Now would be a good time, milady!
Tis done.
Dale.
Forgive me, Mitra.
Mitra.
Farewell, Ophelia.
Oh no. ¿En serio se están sacrificando todos? Boom.
Heidelin, she speaks to me. No. I must remain behind, but you cannot stay with me.
What the fuck?
Please, you must go on. You are the warrior of light. You are hope for the Scions and for all the realm. As long as your flame continues to burn, the light of the dawn may ever be relit. You must escape and save Eorzea from those who would plunge it into darkness. Tis the only way.
No, mi infilia. Ha gritado mi personaje ahí. ¿Ahora qué? Al final. ¿Es él?
I am glad to see you safe, my friend.
Sí.
What of the others? Damn that man! Teleji played me for a fool! I thought the Crystal Brave's mine till the very moment I felt the blade at my back.
There will be ample time for soul-searching later. For now, we must put some arms between us and Ul'dah.
¿Y tú quién eres? A ver, ¿en serio le ha palmado todo el mundo? No lo creo. Hasta que no vea un cadáver, no lo creo.
Well, would you look who it is? Need a ride? I doubt it'll be half as exciting as the last trip we took. Not if I have anything to say about it anyway.
Este es el que me llevó al principio del juego, ¿no?
Let's not dawdle, eh? All aboard.
Vámonos. ¿Y a dónde me va a llevar?
I was stocking up on supplies over in Vesper Bay, you see, when your sister come up and begged a favor. Said her brother was having some trouble down in Uldar, and likely needed a helping hand getting away. Thinking them ruins would make a fine hiding place, I decided to try there first. And lo and behold, there you were.
Qué casualidad.
Aye, and judging by them soldiers as were pouring out of the city, I arrived not a moment too soon. Ha! Must have been fate that we happened to find you there, though, eh?
Qué casualidad.
I had thought to look out for Alize, but it would appear she was the one watching over me. I've made such a mess of things.
And who might you be, young sir?
¿Quién es? Ni puta idea.
Pippin Terrapin, Vice Marshal of the Immortal Flames. I had been on the Alamegan front these past few moons, but an urgent communication called me back to Uldar.
Pippin.
Scarce had my boots touched the cobbles, though, when the streets erupted with cries of assassination. I immediately went in search of answers, and came across Master Alfino here. Needless to say, I did not think his imprisonment justified. The blame plainly lies with the Monitarists. Their greed and corruption are well known to me. But for them to take advantage of the situation with such alacrity...
Was that Pippin, you said? Ain't that the name of General Alden's lad?
Yes, I am his son. Adopted, of course. 'Twas only as we were leaving Uldar that I learned of father's fate. Once I have seen you a safe distance away, I mean to return to the city and extricate him from this madness.
Then you needn't travel no further than Blackbrush. Our fugitives have a friend waiting for them there.
I dreamed of bringing about Eorzea's salvation, but in the end... 'twas I who needed saving.
Them soldiers will keep searching for a while, yet reckon we'll take the carriage back towards Ulda and get the lay of the land, maybe provide a distraction if need be. You three wait here. Oh. Okay. Alright, let's go. Hostia. Ya pasó. ¿Dónde estamos? En Central Tanaram. Vale, ya veo. The most unamusing folk can prove to be our greatest allies. That fellow was but a passing merchant, yet he lent us aid without a moment's hesitation. Though I can well imagine how a man could feel inspired to risk it all in your presence. Father spoke often of you, Marcy, and long have I looked forward to our first meeting. Master Alfino, you must not give in to despair. That would only play into our enemy's hands. Forgive me, Marshal Taurupin, but I... Alfino, my boy, sorry to keep you waiting. Pete, vamos. Seat, what are you doing here? Pulling you out of the fire as usual. I hid the Enterprise, but a short distance away. All I need is a destination. Pues Ishgard será, ¿no? We must find a place beyond the reach of the Monetarist and Crystal Graves. Huerthas, Ishgard will not suffer the intrusion of foreign forces in their territory. That settles it. That settles it. With me, everyone. Dale, vámonos. Él se viene con nosotros. ¿O no? Up, up. There's no rest for the righteous. Vamos a llegar a Ishgard. Nice. Deu. We should make for Camp Dragonhead and speak with Lord Orchefond. Mayhap he will know what to do. Vale, let's go. Ok, ¿y sabéis qué? Me voy a equipar la montura que más me gusta hasta ahora. Mount, el caballito azul. Mira, me lo pongo aquí. Siento un poco raro el personaje, ¿no? Da igual. Polis. Complete. Dale. Última misión de A Realm Reborn. La aceptamos ya. In times of trouble, there are few things more precious than unconditional support.
There has been word from the capital. Ishgard has weathered another assault, and 'tis said several wyverns broke through into the city proper. The Temple Knights succeeded in slaying the beasts, but the intrusion prompted orders to further strengthen the guard, and to place the city under a perpetual state of alert. How keenly we feel the loss of our wards at the gates of judgment. Yet we must not bemoan our misfortune. Sir Emmerich is safely returned from Ul'dah, and once more leads the defense of Ishgard. As for the matter of your asylum, I am afraid no progress will be made until the threat to our nation is diminished. But do
Os
not
ayudo.
despair. You are not without allies.
Vale.
You are more than welcome to shelter here for as long as you wish. Pray, think of it as a new headquarters of sorts. The falling snows, or some such.
Vale.
All frivolity aside, any who come here in search of you will receive no aid from House Forton. For once, the Ishgardian reputation for inhospitality shall work in our favor.
Nice.
Agents of Uldar will find their every inquiry dismissed, and their every request for entry rebuffed, until such time as their masters have acknowledged your innocence. You once fought to preserve the honor of my dear friend. 'Tis a blessing that I may now repay that debt in kind. But let us dwell no more on this. Pray, join the rest of your companions. 'Tis bitterly cold this day. I suspect there are those who might welcome the warmth your presence brings.
¿Me está tirando los tejos? Hostia, y se entrega aquí al lado la misión. Ya está, gente. Con esto nos pasamos a Realm Reborn, ¿no? Before the Dawn. Before the Dawn. Heavensward next. Wow. Upon proceeding to the intercessory, several cutscenes will play in sequence. ¿Otra vez? Holy shit. Me estoy meando. Mini pause para cada pis, porque si esto va a tardar 3/4 de hora, no aguanto.